Hello, everyone. Just getting a little groove in to the catchy song on a Monday, right? Monday. All right. So today we are going to play with the Japanese anemone. So I try to avoid the craft of flowers because I love the craft of flowers and I do them a lot. But I was like looking back through it and I'm like, oh my gosh, we haven't done one in a while. So craft of flower it is, my friends. So we're going to use the new inks as well because they have a gorgeous blend. And hello, everybody. It's so good to see you all. And we have the amazing Keisha behind the badge today. So everybody say hello to Keisha. Very excited. I always love when I get my Keisha. Yay! I love everybody, but I love to have my Keisha too. Okay, so here we go. We're going to move this on down. We're not moving on up like the Jeffersons. We're moving on down. Okay, I know. I see. I had no energy before I came on with you guys, and I come on with you guys, and I'm like, ready. Let's go. It's time to craft. All right. So I got my little friends out. I love my little friends. They're just so easy to fit things. Hello, Charlene. Hey, girl. Hey. I haven't done that in a while. Hello, everyone. It's raining here too. It just started. We had a horrible thunderstorm last night. And then I can't find my baby greens. My baby greens have got up and gone and went, whatever that phrase is. So they're on the move. So anyways, so I got my big greens, my baby pinks and oranges. And you know I love to blend me some orange and some pink because it's gorgeous. And then of course, here's the piece de resistance, the Japanese anemone. So, and of course, foam tape, because you know that's going to happen, and masking tape. And then I have my blending tools. I keep one for each family. So I've got them all labeled, ready to go. With that, let's go. Let's get die cutting. So I have plenty of paper here for card bases and for the dies. So we will get started. Now on the back, there's layering guides that help you layer all of these pieces together. There's also a lady at Altenew that does some product videos for the monthly releases. The lady would be me. So there's also a product video out there that shows you step by step how to layer it together. Oh, and we forgot one important piece. I say we, like you guys were here in the craft room helping me get things together. Hi Sue. I forgot to pull out my sticky mat, and JC is going to be so proud of me because I'm using the big fella today. JC and I discussed this at Create. We each have a big fella, of course, right? But we were scared to use it, and because it looks so pretty. So I got a backup so I can use this one now. Yes, let's all have a party. Let's have everybody come over. I don't know how I'll fit everybody in here, but you know what? I'm willing to give it a go, give it a try and see how we can cram everybody in. I'm ready. I love all my crafty friends. It would be so fun, wouldn't it? All right, so we're just going to lay these on here. Now, see, this is one of my favorite parts of Craft a Flower because I am a child. I was born in the 70s, And so I was a child when Tetris was out. So I always find it like a challenge. What can I fit on one piece of paper? Now, I'm not going to play my full on Tetris game because you guys are here, and you don't want to watch me play Tetris. Like, that's not why you guys signed on today. So, but if I was here alone, like, I would be wiggling these pieces, making sure everybody fit on one. Like, I could slide this over and then maybe slide that in there. And okay, so now I'm doing it. So I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. All right. And it's cutting in the right direction. I have a huge, huge problem with that. And then some of mine are a little off there. So that's okay. My magnet picked up. So I don't know that. Hopefully those will cut okay. If not, we'll run them back through. No worries, my friends. We make it work here, don't we? Ooh, 2 Altenew packages. What's better than 1 Altenew package? 2. Okay, so if something didn't cut, I'll just run it back through. I just put my magnet in a weird situation there. It like clamped right down. It was super stoked. So, okay, I'm going to try to keep those in there as much as possible. I lost one. And that's kind of one of the secrets, I think. If you can keep as many of your pieces in the dies when you're taking them off your cutting plate, it's kind of better, right? Because then you can control where they go on the sticky mat. So it almost would be better if a silly girl, talking about me, would pick this up and do this. Now, because this didn't cut because of the area I put my magnet, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip it, okay, because I don't want those dies. I had picked it up and I don't want them to move. I'm hoping I can do this without getting like a halo cut. I don't want a halo cut. And a halo cut is when you get basically 2 cuts in one. I don't want that. Okay, here we go. Oh, yeah, my friends, don't forget, you got to share at the live today. Oh, yeah, you got to fill the cardstock. And you got to share the live today so you're entered to win. Because if you don't have something here, like maybe you don't have the 9x12 grid mat, maybe you don't have the Japanese anemone, you could if you win. Woot, woot, woot. Okay. Seriously, I feel tired a lot of the time. I think I just need to come on live with you guys. I'm like, I feel better. I'm like, okay, let's go. I'm awake. I'm ready to go. Let's do it. It's the secret of life, apparently, is live sessions crafting with all of you guys. That really makes sense to me. Does it make sense to you guys? It gives me the energy. I'm ready to go. All right. So I may or may not have piles on my desk. As you just saw, the layering guide and the foam tape come sliding on into first here. All right, and I was going to cut another set of leaves just because I like to get all my die cutting done one time. Then we do the blending. Then we do the assembly. You guys know how that goes. But I like to do it all at once. Hello. Yes, it must be raining. Joni and Bentley are here. Joni is an avid golfer. So whenever we see Joni and it's summer, we assume it's raining because she's always takes the chance when she has it to golf. And who can blame her? Lots of fun. Especially when you have an activity that you are passionate about and you get to do it only certain times of the year. And then we're going to go ahead. This is my, so, okay. Full disclosure, right? I can tell secrets here, right? And you guys will keep them. Full disclosure. My room is, well, atrocious, which isn't really a secret because you just saw the sliding into first situation. But a lot of my things are wiggled and in different places. So this is my new favorite, the brick wall, because I have it and it's here. It's beautiful. I do love it. But you guys also know I love my masonry wall and my organic linen. So I didn't want to say this is my absolute favorite, but this is probably my top 3. I really love me a brick wall. And it goes with anything, right? I mean, I have a bunch of cards here that I've used it on. This was the enamel flowers. And here I just trimmed it so it looked like part of a wall. So I just happened to have a bunch of cards on my desk. Here's another one that I used the whole brick wall. Here's the other card where I used that opposite side that I had cut out of the brick wall stencil. So, kind of some different ideas on what to do with it. Now you'll notice I've made this pretty big, right? So I've almost filled the whole embossing folder. Now the reason is because there's shrinkage, like laundry, my friends. So when I put this through, it's going to shrink up a little bit. And some of the folders, you'll notice this more than others. Oh, thank you so much, you guys. Thank you so much. I know, so the enamel flowers, check out this set. If you haven't, it's a beautiful, beautiful set. It's an older set, but it's a beautiful set. And I'm sure the fabulous Keisha is going to pop that right in that chat because she's that quick and that good. But I loved the effect, but this was such a fun set to play with as well. This was a couple of years ago, I think at this point, but lots and lots of fun. So yeah, check out this set. And also remember, masonry wall, you could do this as well. You could trim out sections of it and use some sections. So you don't have to use it as it is. The other thing I did on this card is this was from one of the One Go dies, right? I didn't use a sentiment they gave me. I took my own and put it on there. So the great thing about those One Go dies, if you look at the sentiments and you're like, well, those sentiments kind of don't fit what I send out. But that die, let me tell you, fits any sentiment pretty much. You can fit so many sentiments on there. So if the stamp set doesn't speak to you, maybe take a look at the die set because you can pop so many words in there. All right, so let's go ahead and we're going to run this through. We probably should take paper out first out of there. And then we will run this through and get that embossed. Then we have all of our pieces and we just have to start ink blending and then we'll put our card together. Yeah, it's a fun, and I think you could, deck planks. Yeah, deck planks I think would be a great one to try it too. So many of the embossing folders, you can try that technique where you chop it up a little bit. Okay. So now I have my folder and it kind of gave me a couple little triangles, just, how when it embosses sometimes, but I love it. I love the texture and the look I got, but it did shrink up. So now I can trim this down and put it on my panel. So we'll put that aside. We could always trim it down today as well. So that's something else we could do today. Let's see how our time goes though, because we're going to do some ink blending madness. Are you guys ready to go ink blending wild with me? I hope so. I need some friends that are ready. Yeah, Sue, that's a great, and it gives you more usage, and aren't we all looking for that? Like we buy products, should I say, we invest in products because we invest in our hobby. We love this. And so you want to get the most out you can. What I do is I run the die through a few times and then I just have like a little, I put them in a little clear envelope that I have for storage. And I just put them in there. And that way, when I'm looking for something, I'm like, what am I getting? I will go look in there and pull that out. Holy Toledo. I feel like a strong woman. I'm not. This just shows how weak I am and how much I need to go to the gym. Because pulling this off is a workout. Okay, yes, we'll try to trim the folder. Hopefully we can fit that right in there. All right, so what we're going to do, oh my gosh, if you guys could smell this mat, if you are a person that likes the smell of stamps, it smells so delightful in my space right now because that is basically 9x12 of photopolymer. It smells so good in here. So good. We need like a candle that smells like photopolymer or something. It smells so good. Okay, so I've got my arrow. I've got an arrow number 1. So I'm going to put that up there. And then I've got my number 1 of my triangle. I'm just going to put that there. And then we've got number 2 of the arrow. So we'll put that there. Some of the pieces are falling out, and that's okay. We're going to take them out anyways. Okay. And I'm just using my Altenew tweezers. You can kind of see me off screen here, just a scotch. I just don't want these to fall onto the sticky mat until I'm ready for them to be onto the sticky mat. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay. And then, so we've got number 3 and number 2 of our little triangles. So we'll put those there. Now, I'm not super duper worried about, you know how sometimes you have to worry like your colors, you're worried about your colors and such. I'm not worried because these are all pretty much going to be the same color. And here is the one I call the snowman, right? He looks like a little snowman. So we're going to put him right there. Okay, and then, so we'll do those pieces first. And I forgot, I'll have to pull an orange. I've been obsessed with golden sunset lately. Looking through. Oh, yeah. Oh, good. Hello, Barbara. Welcome. What orange are you guys obsessed with right now? I mean, of course, the new one. I could use that in the center. I could just use the melted butterscotch. I could do that. I forgot I had an orange today. Ah, my goodness. I get too excited when I craft with you guys. And I'm so excited. I'm going to see some of you guys in Syracuse. Woot, woot. All right. And this is piece 1. So there we go. Oh, this is the B piece 1. So this one looks like a B because look, see the snowman is rounded. So let me just show you the difference because you're going to see this on dies, right? Going forward. So this is an important tip. So here you can see there's 2 rounded. So you see a little snowman. This one looks like the letter B, which I love the letter B. The letter B is one of my favorites, along with the letter C. Okay, now that we're done being silly. Yes, warm and cozy, I think will always be my favorite, especially watercolor, warm and cozy. I can't get away from warm and cozy and cherry blossom. I am obsessed, like obsessed right now with those colors. Okay, so we have all of our pieces out of here. So what I like to do, these are our leaves, so I'll poke those out there. What I like to do is I like to get rid of these. So I'm going to put these off to the side so they're not in my workspace. Now, I also have my little buds. My little buds are going to come over because they're going to be the same color as well, right? So you can just, and it doesn't matter which direction they're going because I'll just ink blend them. There we go. They just have to not be on top of each other. All right, and then we'll poke out the leaves. A die pick tool would be a little bit easier because my tweezers are kind of bigger and I have to hold them apart. But I saw my tweezers first and grabbed them because of time. So, but my die pick tool may have been quicker in the end. Okay, so I can get my leaf dies. I can move over there. Now, the great thing as well is in the packaging of the die sets, they put the number of dies. So at the end, I always do a count and make sure everybody's accounted for and got home safely. All right, so the only ones I have the flower centers up here, okay? And that's the flower center. And the leaves, and then those are centers that can go away. Those don't mean anything to me. And these stay with the leaves. So we have a pile of leaves and we have a pile of flower centers. Leaves are right here. Flower centers are there. We're going to get blending. Okay. So here we go. We are going to start. Oh, decision. Let's start with the orange. I love this set. I probably, if I had to put up a fight for ink out of this new release, it would be these. I love these. The peachy glow. I love them all. I love them all dearly. Oh, thank you so much. Yes, I know the in-person retreat. I'm so excited. It's so wonderful to see your beautiful faces. So it's very exciting. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and we're putting on peachy glow. Okay. And we're going to put that all over. So you really could, right? You could come in to this and you could be using a large blending tool. You could be using a small blending tool with this. For this color, you could, because we're going to cover everything, okay? And I'm not even looking at the packaging. If you are someone that likes to be true to life, like JC grows so many beautiful flowers in his garden, and his garden is his inspiration, or he looks online for photos if it's like winter or something. And so he's very realistic. Sometimes I like to be realistic and I'll follow kind of what the packaging and what the designer has showed me. But other times, like today, I just want to have a play. We're on a crafty adventure, so we're going to have a play. So I'm just adding some ink and I'm putting it where I think it looks good today at this moment in this section of time. So you can follow along with the packaging, which is, accurate to the flowers, of course, or you can go wild with me. Yes, dyes will disappear, could disappear in the void. And then I'm going to do golden honeycomb, and then I'm going to save the other two for those flower centers because I forgot about the flower centers. All right, so we're going to put that there. We'll put that there. I do have this fabulous little magnet thing I got. I don't remember where I got it, but it's like a little board and it's a magnet. So I just don't take it out that often. I need to take it out more. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get these all blended out with the beautiful golden honeycomb. Such a pretty color. And then you're going to see the magic when we come in with the pinks. Oh, good. We're doing good. We're only 20 minutes. I was panicking a little. So I was like, oh my gosh. So I want to leave about 20 minutes at the end to put these together. So that leaves us about 20 minutes. It took 20 to get us situated. And then we have 20 to ink blend and we have 20 to put together. And that, my friends, is a fast hour. Holy Toledo. Now, already looking really pretty, right? Already looking pretty. All right, we can come in. We'll come in a scotch, wiggle over so you can see the flowers better. And not my workspace as much. My workspace isn't that exciting. Okay. Just going to make sure I don't lose this piece. It's sticking to the sticky mat because it's sticky. It's true to its name. All right, so let's go. Let's do blush rose, okay? All right. There we go. So blush rose. Now be careful if you put your covers down, you can get ink down there. Okay, so oh yeah, this is great. Oh, Carrie, I love that too. I go with the color that's talking to me. I'm like, all right, let's go. This is the color today. And Ms. Tamp, yes, that's what I love is this doesn't move. I can blend. I can also come up here and I can tap off excess color if I want to, and then I can come back in and pick it up. So these are the micros. Okay, they have a flat. They're flat on the end. And you get it with, when you get the package, you'll get 2 of the big boys and 2 of the little boys. Okay, so you get 2 10s and you get 2 7s. I love these. I cannot tell you how much I love these. I cannot put it into words. I love these for this. Okay, so I'm going to come in and I'm going to blend this in where that orange is as well. So we're not getting that true pinky tone necessarily because we have that orange laid down. We have that first level of orange. So it gives us, you can see the pink, but it gives us more of a peachy kind of tone, which I love. Now, the other thing is, remember, these inks dry beautifully, meaning as they dry, they're going to dye your paper. So I like to go a little heavier than I should. And I'm also heavy-handed. So full disclosure there. So I do like to go a little bit more heavy-handed because I know this is going to dry into the paper. It's going to dye the paper, right? That's its job. Its job is to dye my paper, and it does its job perfectly. So I want to make sure. Okay, and I'm just going to blend that. See, I got a whoopsie. I put my brush down. I meant to put it down next to the flower. I put it on the flower. No biggie. Okay, and you can see some of it is already kind of drying into the cardstock from me, which is what you want. But if you're somebody that's light-handed, you're going to have a very light floral, which is fabulous. But this is kind of the great thing. If you're heavy-handed like me, you can still get a lighter look because when you put it on and you think it's heavy, by the time it dries, a lot of times it'll dry back some. So if you really want that dark, rich color, you got to really put that dark, rich color in there, which we're going to do. Okay. And again, see, got a little boo-boo. We just blend it out. Just blend it out. And I didn't mean to blend on that other side, so I'll put some down there as well. I want to leave that lighter side there. And then we are going to come in with the raspberry sunset in just a second. Now, but all we're going to do with that is we just want the edge with that. We don't want to really add color, so to speak. I just really want to highlight the edges, okay, of my florals, of where I put this beautiful, beautiful blush rose. Okay. Oh, goodness gracious. Look how pretty. Oh, my God. I am not making it really any darker on one side or the other. I am going with my vibe. So I'm just kind of vibing with it. I am not really, because you can, right? You can come on here and you can look and you can see like it was darker in the center here for these two, and it was darker here as you blended. You can also flip it over and look at the front, and you can see where they added the color. You can see where they added the color on each of the pieces up here. I'm kind of throwing this to the wind today, and I'm feeling it. I'm feeling the vibe. I'm blending the vibe, just going with the vibe today. We are vibing. Usually I like to have my centers. Okay, and this is the raspberry. Okay, and again, we're not using a lot of this. Okay, I'm starting way off. And I just want to put this right on my edges, because I always like to say you have to see the dark so you can see the light. And you may be like, what now? So, but what I mean by that is we have this beautiful peachy glow and golden honeycomb, right? We put that on there. Oh, I can stick him down. We put that on there. But if we don't emphasize the dark, how do you appreciate that beautiful light color? So I didn't stick mine down. So here we go. So I'm just adding it. I'm trying to be careful, and I'm going to, don't want to get me on that side there, the other one. But I'm coming in and I'm really emphasizing where I added that beautiful blush color by adding just this dark, really thin line. Okay, I don't want to, and you can move your pieces once you're going here. If you're like, oh, that's a little too close, because we're blending the same colors. But if you don't want to get it on that petal, you just want it on this petal. Okay. So yep, this is a great activity, because I say go free. Okay. And you could, pick a side. Like, okay, I'm always going to add the dark side to the left. Like, that's the side I'm going to add it on. Okay. And you can go with that. You also, another thing that gives you a really pretty look, I'm not going to do it today because I want to put it on all these, is to only put, and see, I got a little bit dark there, is to only put the dark on some of the pieces. And that'll really emphasize your petals, right? So if I stopped here and just had it on those petals, I would get a different looking flower than I'm going to continue, right? So your vibe today is greeny. Woohoo! We're going to be using greeny here in just a minute. Because I know I don't want to run out of time. I could ink blend all day with you guys. So I have to be a little cognizant of my time. Now, you guys may be panicking, going, oh my gosh, does she know? She said a little. That is so much. But again, remember, this is going to dye the paper, right? And what happens is it quote unquote dies back a little, because right now, all this beautiful ink is sitting on top of the paper. It's just sitting there like, hello, look at me. I'm so gorgeous, darling, gorgeous. And it's gorgeous. But when we leave it to its own devices and it starts drying into the paper and dyeing it, which is its job, it's going to lose some of that color sitting on top. So we lose some of that color. And I just don't want to get that on the other petal. So you just take a piece, extra cardstock there. See how easy peasy? All right. I think we're going to stop there. It's really hard. If I could explain to you how hard it is to stop right now. I think you guys understand though, right? You guys get it. Okay. These pieces are done. So what we're going to do, okay, we're going to clear the decks, but we're going to keep our families together. Ooh, hold on. We can't clear the decks yet. We have a smoosh. We have a smoosh. So we got to blend out our smoosh. Okay. Then what you can do is you can come back in with the blush rose, or you can just come in and blend it out. I have the blending tool. So I can just kind of blend that out some. Okay. And like I said, this is going to settle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull these off and I'm going to lay these together in groups next to me in order. Okay. So that way I'm not losing anything. It's not like, oh no, you have to put them back together again. Nope. They're all together. I'll put them in their own little piles, these little guys. And then we're going to spray some water on here so that we can clean this off. Okay, we got our 1 and our 2. And my favorite, the letter B. I don't know if that's what it really is, but that's what I'm going with. That's what I'm calling it. All right, I don't want to spray my work here, so I'm carefully putting this. Now, you could pick this up with some watercolor paper. That would be pretty. I don't happen to have any right next to me, but I suppose I could. I could have some watercolor paper right next to me. All right, let's do it. Let's make a background. Can you use baby wipes? Absolutely. Basically, anything you can do to your stamps, you can do to the sticky mat. So do not spray with alcohol, okay? Ooh, look at that. Okay. So this way I'm not wasting all that beautiful color. I'm cleaning my mat, but look at that. I'm getting a nice pretty pink background. And you could make multiples, right? And that's a little weird looking because I got some smooshes. I'm going to have to use more pink on this though, so that it starts looking like JC's, because the pink is going to stain, my friends, but it's okay because there's proof that I used it. I can now show all my crafty friends, yep, I used my mat. Look at the pink. It's not at JC's level yet. I need to blink. I need to blend more pink to get to JC's beautiful, beautiful mat. No, they have not stuck to it yet. I have not had the cat stick to my mat yet. Okay, so then we will look on the back because we want to make sure we get these colors right. So the little bits we have all lined up here. Reminds me of going bowling and seeing all the bowling balls lined up. Those are all going to be green. And then these guys are all going to be orange. Okay. So what we're going to do, I'm going to get that's a little thick to be poking out. So let's see. Oh my gosh, I have 800 die pick tools and I can't seem to find one to save my life. Oh, okay, got one. All right, so I got a die pick tool. All right, now the other thing I'm going to tell you, if you have a sticky mat, you know this, after you wash it or wipe it down with water, it gets really sticky again. So I was just sticking to the mat. And if you want to, you can clear out the centers of these before. I'm just popping them down and I'll deal with it after. Okay, put that with my dies. Oh no, I lost one of my, remember, oh, this guy, hold on, nope, he's hanging out with the leaves. This fella, I'm telling you, we're going to put him up here. He's causing some trouble. All right, so we're just going to move these so I can blend them. And these extra bits are fine. If I get ink on them, it's fine because they're all one big family. Okay, and then this, I'm just going to turn over right here and poke those out. Oh, some of them are coming out on their own, some are not. So we'll get those put down there. Toot, 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 toot. I think we got everybody. Oh, no, one holdout. Come on, big fella. You're going to get color and be beautiful. Okay, there he goes. It is such a beautiful die set. That's why I always want to do the craft of flower. So I usually tell myself, no. That's how my husband used to tell the cat when he was being naughty. Like if he was going to jump on something he wasn't supposed to, he'd always do the no. And I'm like, he doesn't understand you. He's probably mocking you as you say that. So I always do it that way. No, I tell myself, no craft of flower, no craft of flower, because I want to do the craft of flower with you guys all the time. I love the craft of flower. This is probably my favorite out of the monthlies. I do love me the stencil. I almost did the fruit one today, but came down to the fruit or this one. And I'm like, I haven't done a craft of flower in a while. I have to do a craft of flower. I must do a craft of flower. Okay, I got to blend these quick because we want 20 minutes to put our things together. And I am going to fail at that if I don't. I like to chat with you guys too. So that's what's hard. Okay, we are going to take the Amber Blaze and put a first coat on these big fellas. Okay, we're just going to wiggle them out a little bit there. Okay, first big coat. Do boop a doop a doo, doop a doo, doop a doo. Okay, so first big coat. Yes, quick. Yay! All right, then coming in with some melted butterscotch, which sounds delicious. When Tasneem names these, she makes me hungry. We had frozen delights, and then we have now melted butterscotch. And I'm employing the same thing. I'm just putting some around the center. Okay, and making it kind of darker in the center. And probably a lot of it will get covered up because those little green bits go in the center, but whatever doesn't get covered up, I get a little extra something, something on my flower. Okay, so there we go with that. Those little ones are so handy dandy. I can't explain. Okay, Misty Sage. Let's hit it with some Misty Sage. Let's go. Let's go. Here we go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right. Misty Sage. I'm going to put it on these guys. Okay. And again, we're just putting a nice thick coat. Okay. And again, you could use your small, you could use your large blending tool here. Have they announced when the new, that should be, there's no announcement yet. But previously they had talked about it, and I think I don't know if it's changed, so please don't quote me 100%. The last thing I had heard was late summer, maybe early fall. So time is going fast, my friends. I can't believe we're almost at July. It's like, wait a minute, it was just March. How did this happen? How did this happen? It seems my son just got married in May. Literally they celebrated their 1 month anniversary, which is kind of cute. If they weren't my kids, I don't know if I'd think it was cute, but they're my kids, so I thought it was cute. So it doesn't seem like it seems like it's been 2 years since I got married. Like feels like so long. Okay, and then now I'm going to move over to, we're tight on time. I'm just going to skip and we're going to do it. We're going green opal. Green opal is going to be the darkest, okay, of the new Jade Dreams. Okay, now, but the good thing is, so remember, I was talking, and I think I'm just going to use the little one on these guys. Okay, and then I'm going to come in with the big fella for the big fellas, because my time is ticking. It won't stop. Keisha, can you make time stand still? If anybody could do it, Keisha could do it. If she could stop time, anybody could do it. I would vote Keisha that could do it. All right, so I'm just literally going in and getting dark color on there. I am not paying attention. Some of the leaves are going to be darker than others. Okay, I'm just having fun. I'm not paying attention because I'm rushing. But I'm adding, see, I got that light and I got that dark detail. Okay. Now, on most of them, I probably would do what I did with the leaves. I like to do a cross diagonal, usually like an S shape with my ink blending. But since we're a little pressed for time, see, like this, I come up on there and then I come over here. You can add a little over there too. So, all right, there we go. Whew, whew, we made it. We made it. We're under the 20 minutes for ink blending. We just squeaked through. Oh my goodness, I can't get my green opal off there. There we go. Take a deep breath, everybody. Breathe in, breathe out. Okay, we're good. Now we're going to put all of it together. Okay. So I'm just going to wiggle that over there. Then let's bring in all of our little people here. So that's number 3, that's number 1, that's number 2. And I have, let's see, I'll use, because it's wet, a dry adhesive may not have it stick. So our glue tape is phenomenal. And if I let it sit and didn't bother it, it would stick together perfectly. But where the ink is still dry, I want to use a wet ink. I mean, a wet glue. Oh, guys, I don't even know what I'm using. All right. Bam, we got that one together. Okay, and then we can come over. Ink blending does take time. It does, but it's so worth it. Okay, and here's our snowman, right? And I'm just going to check. This is where you check the back. Okay, so let's check. This is where this comes in super handy. Okay, so that's the letter B. And here's our snowman right here. So we put the snowman green piece, and then we take this piece right here, okay, and we put one of what I call the moons because it's textured. I call this piece the moon. Oh, I just remember Orange is the New Black. They were playing a game and they wanted suggestions for words. And every time she said the moon, they wanted a place like where something could take place. She kept saying the moon. So I always, whenever I think of that, I'm like the moon. Okay, and this is going to go just like this. Okay, so it just covers up that circle. Okay, so put that there. Now, the other thing is when you're doing these, make sure you're careful where you put your adhesive. Take a hot second and make sure that your flower is going to be there to cover it, okay? Because if you put glue all over something, you may go and it may not actually fit. So, okay, here's our first Japanese anemone. Look at that. Oh, look at that, look at that, look at that. Oh, yeah, Carrie, I can't wait. I think I may need to take that day off from work just to reflect on the happiness. Just, I don't know. I mean, I think, I need to put the phone on do not disturb and just, it should be a holiday the day this stamp wheel comes out, the new one. I think it should be a holiday. What do you guys think? Should we have a holiday when the new stamp wheel comes out? I mean, will everybody understand? Okay, so this one, we're going to use, this one reminds me of those cheese crisps. So I call it the cheese crisp. So if you've never done flowers with me before, I have names for everything. I just do. I don't know why I do, but I just do. Okay. I come up with names and they remind me of shapes. So I go with it. It makes it fun. I like fun if you haven't been able to tell. And speaking of fun, winning a gift certificate is super duper fun. So, Emery Casey heard about winning an Altenew gift certificate and she is on the scene. She's ready to win. If only she had Kitty Instagram or Facebook or YouTube and could share. She would be sharing right now so that she could win a prize from Altenew because this girl loves her Altenew. All right, and this is just going to fit kind of, I got it upside down. This is going to just kind of fit over, kind of cradles it, okay? So just putting a little glue on there and hugs over there. And the thing is, honestly, and here's Emery to say hello for a hot second before she goes back down in the chair. She just loves everybody and wants to say hello. All right. Okay, so piece 1, piece 2. Okay, I got our liquid glue here. And a lot of times you could use the double-sided adhesive sheets, but the problem there that I run into is see all this space that would have adhesive on it. So then you have to use like powder on the back of it. So I love my Altenew glue tape. If you guys haven't tried this, This is fantastic. It's temporary. It's permanent. It works both ways. It's temporary because you can hold a stencil down or something. It's got like the pattern. See the pattern there? So it makes it temporary. But if you put this together and leave it, you're not getting it apart. It is so strong. So it is like magic. But when you have wet paper, meaning ink that's not dry yet, you definitely want to have something that will hold it together. So I always like to think of it as kind of the wet on wet paint technique, where you're putting wet on wet to hold it together. So it's might be silly, but that's how I think of it. Okay, so we have put this together. We've got our little triangle, and now we're just going to put our little moon. Okay, our little other moon is going to go in there. And on this one, I'm going to put it down here. Okay, I'm not going to put it on the back of there because I'd put too much. Okay, so we got our little moon. Woohoo! Look at us go. All right. And then the birds. I always think of Rudy with Bud. She called him Bud. I loved the way she said it. She was so cute. Just adorable. All right. And then you just I just give it a second to see who fits where. Okay, he fits there. And these you can cover the whole enchilada because all of it goes there. Ooh, it's sticking to me. All right, and then let's just see. Oh, that one's more curved. So that one fits on the side one. This one fits there. Okay, we're doing good. We're doing good, you guys. Doing great. And then this one goes here. And I think that's why I love the craft of flowers so much as well. Is remember I was talking about Tetris when I put stuff on my board. Oh, one more flower. I'm like, I have flower pieces left. Okay, so that's piece one. This is piece two. This is the letter B. I think I like this because it's like a puzzle, except I don't have 1,000 jigsaw puzzle pieces, I just have these pieces here. And so it's not like 1,000 pieces, which is great. And the cats can't steal my pieces really, because it doesn't take long to put together. And I love, love, love the effect. The effect is fabuloso. All right. And then this is going to fit over in here, and it kind of hugs your thing there. And then you have this other little green. And what you can do, right, is you can come in and put this piece first. In the directions, it shows it the other way. But sometimes, you know what, it works better for my brain to do it a certain way, and that's okay. So see, then this just fits, this goes snug right in there. And it goes so easy. It's not like guesstimating where it's going to go. All right, there we go. So see, then the bumps just line right up and fit like a puzzle piece, and it's right where it's supposed to go. Okay, so we have all those. We have our leaves. Okay. And I think, oh, we're doing good. We got 12 minutes. We can cut the brick apart. And what we will do, we'll make 2 cards. Why not? Okay, we're going to move the sticky mat someplace where it's not sticky. And we're going to move and put the glue thing back on because otherwise I forget. And it's not good. It's very bad when I come in the next day. Okay, and my brick piece went where? Did anybody see where the brick piece went? I know we did it. I showed it to you. And now it's gone. Oh, goodness. We may have to do another brick piece. I don't know where it went to. Holy Toledo. Yep, don't see the brick piece. Did I put it under there? Oh, there it is. Yay. Okay. All right. So what we're going to do first, 2 things. First, we're going to cut this down. Okay. We're going to cut this down to 4 1/4. And it's probably pretty close to 5 1/2. So we just got to trim just a little bit. I'm making sure the top looks nice and straight and even before I cut the bottom. So we have that. So we have a piece we could use on the other card, right? Okay. So that's pretty small to cut apart. Oh, and then we need, of course, We need that. Okay. And I have a couple of these press plate sayings that just came out, the sunrise one. Okay. So you can do the whole brick thing, right? Okay. You can do the whole brick thing. And then you can also you could have just a piece of the brick. I really like the piece of brick. But you also could do a diagonal of the brick. Let's do a diagonal of the brick. Oh, yeah, let's do a diagonal. I'm like, I don't want to cut it. Okay, but I'm going to be tough because you guys are here, so I can be tough. I can be tough. You guys are here. It's okay. All right, here we go. Hello, everyone. Hello. Okay, so let's go. So now I'm using my glue tape, right? Because it's grabbing everywhere that I'm running it over that's bumpy. So that's good. Okay. And if a little hangs off the side here, that's okay. So then we'll have this one. And you could, again, this will give you a third card, right? Because you've got that. You could do that. But since we have this whole huge, ginormous panel, let's go, right? Can't let this beautiful brick go to waste. But definitely try trimming yours apart. It is a very nice look. Okay, and then this one, we'll just flip the panel over just so I can align it easier. There we go. And then, must be getting a thunderstorm or something. We call her Amanda so that she doesn't start talking. Amanda just flashed orange at me, which is usually never good. When she flashes orange, it's usually something bad. Okay, so now we're going to have a play again. Lots of playing today, right, my friends? Okay, so we can use the buds. Okay, we can keep the buds over here. Okay, and we could have one of them you could have mix and match, have some that have buds in there, where I'm trying to make 2 cards. I think we'll do that. I think we'll have, I'm trying to see, I kind of want 3 over here. All right. And then I've got 3 over here. So what I will do, I do like that one for my flower. I hope you guys will take out, and if you don't have these colors, try to take out some oranges and pinks that you have and try blending them together. And remember, the darkness is going to show you the light. Okay. So it's really going to accentuate that light blending that you do. It's really, really going to go ahead and accentuate that. All right. So then we can kind of put this one here. Okay. We can have that one going up over there. And we could have like a little leaf coming off that one. And then over here, I'm going to start doing the tucking here, the tucking method. Okay, get my leaves in there. So for this one, and I really want to use one of these big guys. Let's see how he fits in here. Well, it's going to cover up most of it. So you know what? You guys know what's going to happen. Okay. So we're just going to tuck that there. We can tuck up here. Whoop. Okay. And then put this one over here, right, for the bud. Okay. So we got that one. So this one. And this, I didn't plan this, not even close, as you guys know. But I'm going to do the You Bring Warmth to My Day, which kind of fits because you've got that beautiful, beautiful kind of orangey, yellowy tone, right? So you get that beautiful, beautiful color. So then I don't want to create any new, probably put that down there. Okay. I don't want to create any new clusters, but what you can do is you can come in right? And you can start adding to a cluster. Okay. And I can add this one kind of in here. And I'll add this one over in here. Okay, so now I've got this big, beautiful arrangement. And I can even turn this one if I wanted to. Okay, kind of want to. So right there, I think is perfect for me. And ooh, we have one leaf and it feels wrong not to include it somewhere. Let's see. Well, okay. There. Well, no. Well, no. No, I don't know if he's gonna. No, I guess he's not gonna make it. Okay. So now what we do is I would take a photo at this time. Okay. But I know where that's going. I'm guesstimating with my eyeballs, which, yes, everybody should be terrified. The guesstimation has happened. Watch out, everybody. It's a guesstimation. All right, so we're going to put this, and I'm just going to put a piece here. Okay. And then that's going to go, I'm going to put that right in there. So then you're like, okay, well, how do you get the rest of the arrangement where you want it, right? That's the question. Will that fit there? I think that'll fit there. Perfecto. Oh, goodness. Emery Casey's making a sneak attack from the other side. So please, everybody be warned. She's making her move. Okay, there we go. And then what I'm going to do is now, since it's not such delicate work, I have other liquid glue. I can come in and all I do is just bend it up and a dab will do ya. Okay, just put a little dab. And then the leaf is not really like critical. If I move it for a hot second, it's okay, right? It's okay. So I can put it right there. And some of these marks, like I said, this is going to dye your paper, right? So some of these marks, you may be looking at it going, oh gosh, her blending, but it's going to dye the paper. So you can always come back later if you want to. I mean, even in the arrangement, I can come on those leaves with my micro brushes. If I don't like the blending at a later time, I can always fix that. Oh, I'm glad you guys are liking these cards. I was so excited to use my craft flower again too. Yes, taking a quick pic with your camera is the secret to this, my friends. If you struggle with arrangements, if you struggle with having things, I struggle. I need a class from the amazing Jennifer McGuire in press and seal because I am horrible at press and seal. I don't know how I'm horrible at press and seal, but I am just horrible at press and seal. So if she ever offers like classes in press and seal, I have got to go to those because I always don't pick something up or it doesn't go the way I think it's going to go, or there's always something that happens. And so I need a class in it. So this is what I do. I usually just bend the petals back. Okay. And this I'm being careful because you see it's a little open there. So I don't want to put too much glue. I just want a little that holds my petal down. But you could also put some dimensional tape there. So this here, so what you do, right, is you just bend it up, squirt the glue, little glue squirt there, and there you go. And if you get glue where you don't want it, it means you were meant to use some of the beautiful gem sparkles or enamel dots that we have. Okay, and then I just move around, rotating through my arrangement, squeezing a bit of glue as I go. That way I'm not picking anything up, right? So I'm not going to drop it. Okay, and then we're also going to put dimensional tape on our sentiment. I have a little tiny piece here, so I'm going to put that right there. Okay, and I don't need a lot, I don't think. I know. You guys don't believe it's me anymore, do you? I said I don't need a lot of foam tape. You guys are like, all right, that's it. Imposter. Where is Bridget Casey? And this went a little crooked, so I was just going to adjust it, but I don't know if the tape wants me to. It might not be on board with that. Okay, and then here we go. Okay, I'm not going to put as much foam tape as I usually would. I will put one more little piece on there. Sorry, Keisha. I know we're right at an hour, but I have to do it. I must tape. Okay, so here we go. And, oh, I put tape on the back of the wrong one. Hold on. I need another 20 seconds, Keisha. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, here we go now. There we go. The correct sentiment, which was sitting on the card the whole time. I bet you guys were like, what is she doing? Girlfriend, it's on the card. It's on the card. Okay. Now, you also, right, depending on where you like your sentiment, you could kind of bring it down. Actually, I almost think I like it better down here. Yeah, all right. I can't decide. Oh, up or down, guys, up or down. Which one do we go? Do we like it down? I kind of like it down. Or does it feel too cluttered? I kind of like it right. All right. Okay. I'm going to do it. Oh my God, I stuck it down. Okay. Okay. Whew. Deep breath, deep breath, deep breath. Okay. We did it. It's down. Hopefully it looks good. It looks funky because that's hanging off. I think that's what's throwing me off. Okay. And then because this, I built this to snuggle my sentiment. Your sentiment always needs a snuggle. Just so you know, sentiments always want a nice, good snuggle. And I'm just going to trim those off. Sorry about the paper screams. Apologize in advance. And there we go. 2 cards in 1 hour and 1 minute and 45 seconds. There we go. Woohoo! Woohoo! Okay. Oh, good. I'm so glad. Yeah, these are amazing. Oh, hi, Dawn. Hello. I didn't see. Hi, there's Dawn. Hi, Dawn. But yeah, so try this out. And again, the great thing about this, right? Now listen, you can watercolor these. You can use our gradient cardstocks. You can use our glitter cardstocks, pencils, markers, acrylic markers, any medium we have. Okay, you could use the monochrome shading pencils with these. So that's the great thing, is you can do anything with this. This is so versatile, and you're given an idea of what to do. So say you're someone that you're like, well, I really don't know much about flowers. I don't know what colors, etc. They give you ideas built right in. And go look online, my friends. There's beautiful projects from our amazing designers. So very excited to have you go check all of those out as well. But I hope you guys will check out the beautiful Sun-Kissed Delights and the Blushberry Bliss and the Jade Dreams as well, because it's absolutely gorge, as you can see. Oh, thank you so much, Dawn. Thank you so much. Oh, yeah, Keisha, I got to see that. Keisha's going to try the monochrome pencils. Woohoo! Go, Keisha, go. Okay, everybody, I will show you my face so that you know it's me, because I feel like you guys don't believe it's me because I said I wasn't going to use much foam tape. So I will show you. It really is me. And I really did say that. I mean, you may want to mark that down because I probably will never say that again. I was just trying to be respectful of time. I still love foam tape. I'm a foam tape. I love it. I love it. The more the better. All right, my dear friends, thank you so much for joining me. It's always so exciting to see you, and I get to see you again soon. So that's even more exciting. Until next time, thank you all so much for joining us. From all of us at Altenew, we want to thank you so much for allowing us to help you craft your life. We'll see you next time. Bye, everyone.